We want also to talk to Kenya. We want also to talk to the youth. Fellow Africans, it is a very sad moment in Kenya today when we are still discussing the BBC's Blood Parliament expose. Today we have witnessed Kenyan police killing another 5 people today. Kenyans who have rightfully owned land, they have the title deed for the plots that they have been killed for. We are telling Kenyan President Mr. William Samoei Ruto, it is high time to protect the lives of Kenyans. We did not have to kill our men, the people who were given this title deed by the former regime of President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Some people have just acquired at least 3 to 4 acres lately, and it was your government who had gazetted this as title deeds which were very genuine, and you had to go and give them to them. Today we are waking up to another killings in Angata. Why are men and women in Narok being killed because of land? Land is a very emotive issue in Kenya. Why should our men be killed for they had earned money? Today we are mourning the death of 5 families in Angata. What is the reason behind their killings? Why have they been killed today? Why have they been killed in the land that they have lived for over 30 years? Mr. President, we are asking you, please stop this. As the youth of this country, we are asking, who gave the order for this policeman to kill these men? Who gave that order for these police officers to go and raid the land that was already issued? Why is Ruto buying land all over Kenya? 6,000 acres of land. Mr. President, what do you want to do with such huge chunks of land? You are killing your own people because of land. Mr. President, we are sending you a warning. We don't want to see any more killings. If you continue killing our men and women, Mr. President, we will come for you. We are telling the youth, we have agreed as on Monday, we will come for you in the State House. Also the police officers and the IG, we are giving you a warning. Please stop killing our people. We have lost so many lives because of land. Land is a very remote issue in Kenya. Let us protect the ownership of land in Kenya. We don't know why an individual can own so much land in Kenya, yet people are living in squatters. It is an emotive issue in Mombasa. It is an emotive issue in Busia. It is a very emotive issue even in regional of Nyanza and Western as a whole. Kenya has a problem with the land issuance. Why are you killing people yet they own title deeds? We are telling Mr. President, it is high time you need to set up a committee which will implore on what has happened to these 5 families in Angata. We don't want to see more blood in Kenya because of land. Why is Ruto owning 6,000 land in the areas that he had no ancestral land initially? We are asking you, Mr. President, please, you swore to the Constitution of Kenya, you will protect the rights of every Kenyan. Let people who have acquired land legally in Kenya to live in their land peacefully. We are telling you, if you cannot change the tactics on how you are handling land issues, we as the youth of this country will come for you. We will not wait for 2027. It is high time the youth, we must rise against impunity. There's so much impunity in Kenya. People killing, politicians killing Kenyans because of land. And what they are doing on the land will not benefit the common man. There are no factories that they are building on those lands. Why are you killing innocent people yet you don't develop their economies? We are asking you, Mr. President, it is high time we need to see peace in Kenya. I'm asking the youth of this country, we must stand against impunity in this country. The issue of land must be sorted out once and for all. Once you have a title deed, you should be able to live in your land peacefully. I'm sending my condolences to the 5 families who lost their breadwinners today. We Kenyans, we the youth of this country, are with you in your grief. We will always defend you. We will always talk against evils, against ownership of land which is genuinely legally. we are telling our people, let us rise and show our unity to these young families that have been now rendered familyless. I'm talking about the issues also about the BBC expose today. The other day we had got an expose where at least 3 Kenyans were watched under international media and around media being killed by the only people who are supposed to defend them, the Kenya Defense Forces. We are now referring to them as the Kenya Death Forces. Please, Mr. President, please the CDC of the Kenya Armed Forces, we need an explanation. Was Shieni destined to be killed when he was demanding for his right? He had only a handkerchief on his hand. He only had got water. He only was protesting against excess taxation on the Kenyan hard-earned money. Why did you kill Mutisia, a very young software engineer and a Sunday school teacher? Why did you have to kill these small families, these young generations? The youth of this country are crying because there is a lot of killing of their own. There's a lot of abductions. We are saying this must stop. Henceforth, we don't want more killings of the young people. In this country, whenever you talk against the evil of the government, you are either abducted or you are killed. We are warning you, Mr. President. We are coming for you if you don't change the way you rule this country. Again, we are saying, as the youth of this country, it is our time to chart our ways. It is our time to decide on which political affiliations we want to be. We are saying, Mr. President, please give us peace. Let peace prevail, but we will not have peace without justice. We need justice for Shieni. We need justice for Mutisia. We need justice for the other young man. Their families need to know why they had to die at that tender age. We are saying there's a lot of taxation. There's too much corruption in this country. We cannot live under an oppressive regime. I'm calling on the youth, if you hear the trumpets of demonstrations, it is now high time we come out and speak against this evil. Don't be sitting on the fence when your fellow youths are being killed left and right. For our MPs, we know that this is an illegitimate government and parliament. We are demanding for the IBC to be set immediately. We want to start recalling the MPs that have not performed. We want to start recalling the MPs who watched while Kenyans were being killed. We are sending a warning to the Kenyan parliament. If you cannot decide on the way to choose whether you support us, the youth who are against corruption in this country, the youth against bad governance in this country, you will have to leave the office in 2027. If it does not happen even 2027, we will not be able to wait for that. We are warning you and we are telling you it is high time. To Africa, tomorrow will be the 30th of April. We have a march protest for the King of Africa, Ibrahim Traore. Every part of Africa must show solidarity to the King of Africa. We must support Traore because of the changes he's making in Burkina Faso. Let us stand. If you can make a t-shirt with this portrait, please don it tomorrow. Paint his faces on the walls. Let your transport system have this face so that we can show fellow Africans the leadership that we decide so that our lives can change. We need industries in Africa. We need innovative ICT data centers all over Africa so that this youth can get somewhere to work. They can get busy so that they will not be able to be found in robbery, they will not be caught in alcohol drunkenness, and they will leave the abuse of drugs in this continent. We are saying we must support Ibrahim Traore. Tomorrow, every capital city in Africa, let's raise the flag of Burkina Faso so high so that the dictators in the West, especially France and the USA, can know that Africa has spoken and we will not sit and watch Traore being disposed.